got that mile high magic. You can feel it in the air, in the altitude. Feel it when you can't breathe.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.
What it do, Broncos country, and welcome to the debut episode of your number one source for Broncos news, takes, and opinions. This is Life in a Barrel. Inspired by the legacy of the late Broncos superfan Tim Barrelman McKernan, we seek to give you raw, educated, unfiltered Denver Broncos news. I'm your host, I go by the name of Town, and joining me every week, my partner in crime, no stranger to playing and coaching himself. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Tariq Hatchet Young. Tariq, how you doing today, man?
Broncos country. What they gonna say now, baby? What's good? What's good?
Hey, as long as they ain't saying let's ride, I don't give a shit what they saying, my boy.
Oh yeah, we over that. We over that.
We over that, you know. But hey, 34-28 win over the Green Bay Packers, a team that was favored coming into Mile High. Like, what's up with that? How did that happen?
In the words of Bo Nix's mom, she knew he was gonna win.
Hey. Word to Mama Nix.
Mama Nix knows. Hey, mothers know. What can I say? Mothers know.
Mothers know indeed. But I mean, honestly, let's just get straight into the recap from yesterday's win, man. It was incredible. In a straight playoff atmosphere at Mile High, the Broncos got tested early and they answered. Green Bay came in chippy, trying intimidation tactics before kickoff, and Denver made it clear immediately, you're not punking us. An early RJ Harvey fumble swung momentum in Green Bay's way, and Jordan Love was dealing. But the Broncos defense showed up in the red zone, forcing field goals instead of touchdowns, and that kept Denver alive long enough for Bo Nix to settle in and match Love throw for throw in the first half. Coming out in the second half, Green Bay came out on fire. Josh Jacobs had a monster touchdown run, and all of a sudden Denver's down 23-14 early in the third. Packers had a chance to put the game away after a 3-and-out. And that's when PS2, Defensive Player of the Year, stepped in and made the game-changing play on what would have been a dagger. From that moment on, Broncos flipped the script, closing the game on a 20-3 run. Bo Nix finished with over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers, making plays with his arms and his legs. The Orange Rush showed up late. Bradley Moss sealed it with a pick, and despite some sloppy fourth down decisions, Denver finished the job. Final score, Denver 34, Green Bay 26, 11 straight wins, playoff spot locked up. Team just beat the fraud allegations. What they gonna say now, Reek?
What they gonna say now? I love it because today everyone's trying to give the Broncos all their credit. And I'm like, wait, whoa. Y'all wasn't giving us our credit a week ago, not even a month ago. But I'll tell you what it is. It's because Mahomes and the dark magic's over. So they're like, oh, let's give them credit. But shout out to the Broncos for getting it done yesterday. You know, I think the chippiness in pregame motivated them. It was Dre Greenlaw versus 20 Packers. He a dog.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He a dog.
No. Dre Greenlaw encapsulates perfect the attitude that you need to have on a football field, going back to this man right here. But let's go ahead and get into the 5 keys for the game of how Denver actually won this game. And we're going to talk about the mental and physical edge. Denver refused to be punked. You know, Denver's in their stretch lines. They're trying to, get warmed up for the game. And you got Rashawn Gary and a whole bunch of Packers walking through trying to intimidate him while you have another group of Packers staring him down from the sideline. So, like, how do you respond to that? Well, if you're Alex Singleton, you push Rashawn Gary the fuck out your field. And now they want to act chippy because they got the response they want. And again, shout out to Dre Greenlaw. That boy went in there by himself and didn't give a fuck. He was ready.
BTA.
B2A. I love it. We're going to go right to the second key for the game, the defense. The defense coming up big on third down. Obviously, Green Bay was able to move the ball early, but Talanoa Hufanga made a huge play on a third down where he not only tackled Josh Jacobs for a 4-yard loss, but he also tackled the blocker who was supposed to be getting him out of the way, and he was injured and done for the game. Another dog. I love it. Hufanga has brought in just the dog mentality of the team. Everybody wants to eat. That play, Josh Jacobs could have got 10, 12 yards on it. We know how he is. He was a Raider before. But to go in there and blow that play up,
That just shows you how mad the Broncos were. You come into our house trying to disrespect us. Oh, you're going to feel every single hit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to feel every single hit. And shout out to Riley Moss on the next Green Bay drive for breaking up that third down pass to the end zone, which would have been another touchdown, putting them up big. You know, those moments, if they turn from field goals to touchdowns, this game is put away quick.
Looking like the Giants game all over again.
Yeah.
But shout out to Riley Moss. I got to give the man his credit.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how bad the refs have picked on him, we know he's got 8 pass interference calls, which is crazy this year.
Yeah.
He keeps balling regardless. He keeps balling. He's not letting that determine who he is. He ended up getting a pick at the end of the game, like we said, to seal it off. Shout out my boy Riley Moss. And the Denver Bronco fans that are sitting here going crazy, you got to trust the process. You got to chill. When you're on the other side of PS2, they're going to throw bombs at you. They're going to do everything to try to get you off your game, but he's held it down regardless.
He's definitely held it down, and he held his own when PS2 was out for them 3 games too.
Yes, sir. Exactly. He's held it down. We got to give him his respect. I see all the Facebook groups. It'd be 5 minutes into the game. Oh my God, Riley Marson's getting cooked already. We got to stop it. We got to watch the whole game. That's what kills me about some of our fan base.
Yeah.
We got to chill.
No, yeah, I'm honestly not a big fan of how reactive some of the Broncos fan base is. Yeah, you got to chill. You can't want somebody cut because they had one bad play. Like, get your head out of your ass. Come on, we good. We're gonna jump right into the third key to victory, and we're gonna talk about my QB1, your QB1, Bo Chapman Knicks, because that man brought his A+ game yesterday.
In Bo we trust.
Denver was behind the 8 ball a little bit early after that fumble from RJ Harvey, but he didn't panic. He never looked bothered, even when he had Micah Parsons breathing down his neck.
Exactly. He played an amazing game all day yesterday. I think the offense overall has played great ever since we came back from the bye week. We look refreshed. The engine's rolling. We already know it's almost playoff time. We're right where we need to be. We just got to get a couple guys healthy, and I think we're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really think about it. Who wants to come to? Well, we're gonna talk about that later. But I mean, you look at Bo in the first half. He's like 11 of 12 for 2 touchdowns, and it's crazy work, man. So I'm just like, hey, bro, you hear that?
What is that?
I don't know.
You motherfuckers there? Yeah, I heard you motherfuckers. What the fuck happened to Cyrus Sports? I thought I was in the mix. You motherfuckers started your own little spin-off, little podcast on your own shit. Barrel Boys? What the fuck? Life in a barrel? Man, y'all team is ass, man, for real, dog. You wanna know how much ass I'm talking about? I'm talking about that much ass. You guys are just fucking booty, bro. Like, dog. Okay, first of all, you take away your 25-point win over a Joe Burrow-less Bengals team and a 20-point home field advantage against the Dallas Cowgirls. And what have you got? Like, what the fuck do you got? You got a 24-point win, combined points on all of your other wins. And dog, I'm sorry, man. I'm an LA fan, and I'm an LA native. I take that as an offense because that's Kobe's number. Like, RIP, dog. And I'm sorry. You two motherfuckers wearing orange. Dog, nobody looks hard wearing orange. Debo was the only motherfucker in Friday Part 2 that looked hard in orange when he was the back of Craig's dad's truck. You know what I'm saying? When he was trying to go rescue Craig. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. That's it. Nobody looks hard in orange. What the fuck? You're going to be on the side of the freeway fucking picking up trash and shit? Nobody in Denver looks hard wearing orange. And you know what? Anyways, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about that because y'all going to be one and done. One and done in the postseason. Y'all be talking about fucking Stevie Nicks, Rachel Nicks, Bo Nicks. Who gives a shit about all that shit, man? Shit. All I'm saying is we're going to be back like this in 5, Just like that. Years from now, when Tom Brady goes ahead and gets on the draft pick, and he's going to build our franchise. Fuck y'all, I'm out.
Oh wow. I thought. Oh,
Did we just get hijacked, bro?
I think so. I mean, that's a lot of talk for somebody who just lost 31-0 yesterday against Philly.
Did we not just put belt to ass against the Raiders? Gary, bro, I love you, but did you have to come hijack a Broncos podcast, my boy? Stay in your own lane for real.
This is why I hate old heads for this exact reason.
Anyways, back to Bo Chapman Knicks. Man had an incredible game. 303 yards, repping the city. 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. And we going to move on to point number 4 of keys to victory. PS2's game-changing interception. Down 23-14. Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, they decide to go for the dagger, for the kill, for the murder that really would have put us out. But they also made the decision to go after the defensive player of the year.
They got greedy.
Yeah.
They got greedy. I'm telling you, I sat there and watched that. When I saw that deep bomb, I said, oh, it's a pick. It's a pick. I felt like I was watching Michael Jordan. Just caught flight.
Yeah.
Took the ball. That's what happens when you try the best DB in the league. You heard that from me. That's the results you're going to get.
I agree.
What Richard Sherman say? That's what happened.
You're trying with a sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree. But no,
stop playing with PS2.
It was game-changing in both directions. Not only did it completely kill Green Bay's momentum, it brought momentum back to the Denver side and also removed Green Bay's top playmaker from the game. So after that, their offense was completely neutered. There's no other way to explain it. You know, they may have made it a closer game if he stood in.
And this game, for sure, was the first game where Jordan Love's been pressured 58%, they said.
Mm-hmm.
In his face, not every snap, but damn near every snap. The Orange Rush, I like that name. The Orange Rush really got to it, especially when it meant the most.
Yeah.
58% of his passes they were in his face.
Not only that, they ended Jordan Love's streak of 186 consecutive pass attempts on the road that weren't intercepted. And they got it twice. Shout out to Riley Moss and PS2.
Dogs hurt.
All right, we're going to key to victory number 5. That will be the Orange Rush. I'm not gonna lie. Sean Payton almost lost us this game yesterday with his aggressiveness that turned into recklessness on 4th downs.
Yeah, that 4th and 3 was pretty scary in my honest opinion. I think it was 4th and 3. It was at the end of the game when we gave the ball to Prentice. I was a little like, let's not get the game to overtime. Like we could, in my opinion, we were killing them in the passing game. I think we should have just thrown the ball.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I mean, but when we did, it wasn't pretty. Like, you know, that there was an ugly throw from Bo on 4th down that was just completely not where it needed to be to give his receiver a chance to catch that ball. I forgot who it was, but you got to have better ball placement than that, especially against Green Bay. Green Bay flies around on defense.
Yeah, I think, who was it? McKinney, I believe. He had like almost 2 or 3 picks on Bo.
Yeah.
That like this close. If like the first one on Ingram jumped the route completely, I said, ooh.
Yeah, there was that screen yesterday that went to Franklin that was almost a pick 6 too. Like I don't know how the hell Franklin managed to maintain possession of that ball, but
dog. Ooh.
Yeah, dog. We got to keep the discussion on the Orange Rush. Nick Bonito, Jonah Ellis, Alex Singleton, DeAndre Tillman, and Zach Allen all pitched in for a total of 3 sacks, and a Riley Moss interception sealed it late. I love that we have a defense that we can rely on in those situations, but Lord, can we not put them in situations where we have to rely on them like that?
Exactly. We got to get it right. They carried all season. We got to be able to handle business, but shout out to them. I think we'll have 2 all-pro linemen on the line this year. It should be definitely Zach Allen, and it should be Nick Bonito. If they get snubbed, I might have an episode where I start ranting.
Definitely, yeah.
They played their asses off.
Defensive lineman Nick Allen and edge rusher Nick Bonito 100% need to be at all-pro, Pro Bowl. That's a shit, man. That's and if they're we gonna have some discussions about if they don't. All right, man.
Three sacks on the day and 15 QB hits. What more could you want?
Yeah, and that's after not getting to Jordan Love much in the first half. He was balling.
We kept that constant pressure in the second half.
Yep, exactly. Constant pressure. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and move into a bigger discussion of what this win means for the Denver Broncos. That means for the second straight year, there's gonna be Broncos football in the playoffs. How you feeling, Reek?
Hell yeah! Them tickets probably about to be expensive, so don't expect me to be there. But I'm be watching from the comfort of my home.
Exactly.
But it's great. It's a great opportunity to see us back. Bo's second year in the league. He's already led us to the playoffs again.
Yep.
We're the number one seed right now. The atmosphere in Denver is about to be electric, especially for playoff football.
Mhm.
Like home field advantage, who's stopping us? Who is stopping us? I love it. I'm just so excited for this team. We got so much to do. This is our chance.
Yeah, this is definitely our chance. We have to play things right if we want to see football here in the Mile High City, because the Chargers are right behind our ass. And if we don't stay consistent these last 3 games, we're going to be going on the road in the playoffs.
Exactly. And we cannot let that happen. We need the home field advantage because they come to Denver. They can't breathe. We sitting there stomping, especially the South stands going crazy, giving the people what they want.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, South stands. And bro, could you imagine the tailgating parties beforehand? There's going to be some major beers. There's going to be some, it don't matter if it's snow outside. There's going to be some people that have some barbecue grills going. You're going to be passing around beers, celebrating. You're going to be drunk by the time you get into the game. You know what? I don't even have to go to the game. I just go tailgate.
I'll jump through a table. That's what I'm trying to do. Let us win the Super Bowl. I might just go jump through a table.
Like, could you imagine like celebrating with 70,000 people just hyped as hell just to see you there?
Exactly.
Not you, but the Broncos, and we're all celebrating together. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see what that atmosphere is like. Hopefully they figure it out. But Reek, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into this one. We got Reek's Mile High Dog of the Week.
Hold on, I gotta get a little professional.
Reek, you know what? I'm gonna give you the stage on this.
The stage for me. Oh, my Mile High Dog of the Week goes to Bo Nicholas. Bo. And Bo we trust, baby. He went 22 for 34, 302 passing yards, and 4 touchdowns. One to RJ Harvey. One to Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Michael Bandy, and Lil Jordan Humphrey. My dog came to play. All 4 quarters, he locked in, said, I hear the hate. I hear how they speaking on me. And like Mama Nick said, we was cool. We was going to win regardless. And here we are. Got another win on our belt. Shout out to Bo Nix.
Shout out to Bo Chapman Nix. He didn't want to disappoint Mama, man. I think yesterday was the best that we've seen of Bo here in Denver. That man had mastery, control, and was poised throughout the entire thing, regardless of how it looked on the scoreboard, and led the offense the way it needed to be led, with his arm and with his legs when he needed to. I saw somebody say he juked Micah Parsons right into the locker room. I'm like, oh Lord.
Too soon,
but it's true.
Too soon. Speedy recovery to Micah Parsons.
Yes, of course. Speedy recovery to Micah Parsons, man. I know that's a big loss to the Packers, but Bo Nix, man, making plays, making it work, and we got to go ahead and jump to the next week, man. We got a big game again next week here in the Mile High City. It's going to be another playoff type atmosphere, another playoff team coming in, trying to give credence to the people that call us the biggest frauds in the NFL. So we got the 10-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, led by Coach Liam Cohen, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, defensive leader Josh Hines Allen. They come in with a good team. And Travis Etienne is big in the run game. We gotta figure out how we're gonna stop him. But just based on how Jacksonville's looking, what are your thoughts, Reek?
I think they're a great team. truly are. But also at the same time, I don't think they're utilizing Travis Etienne like they should because I have him on fantasy for one. I'm gonna just say that to get it out of the way.
Okay.
I'm in the championship game. But anyways, they haven't been utilizing him in the run game like they should be. The game the other day, Trevor Lawrence was balling the other day. But I know Trevor Lawrence. If you get him off his game, you keep the pressure up, he gonna throw those picks.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
Well, the coach Liam Cohen, he was the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers. So he worked with Baker to help him get comfortable in that situation and help him thrive. So I can imagine he's trying to do the same with Trevor Lawrence, and his expertise is keeping a quarterback comfortable. So that's his biggest thing. But the biggest thing for this defense is keeping quarterbacks uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, you love it. If you look at Trevor's stats for the year, he's completing less than 60% of his passes. He only has a QBR of 51.8, 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, 11 interception. When you have a quarterback who really isn't putting numbers together in a big way, but you're still winning these games, what does that do for you from a player's perspective?
In my opinion, you just gotta go out there and ball. That's the way I see it. From a player's perspective, you just gotta go out there and do whatever you can to execute. Coming into this week, you're playing a great Denver team, both offensively and defensively. So you gotta do whatever you can. We're in the last 3 weeks of the season. You gotta make the push for the playoffs. You gotta want it more than the other team.
Yeah, you definitely do. You say Travis Etienne ain't being used the way that he needs to be used, but I don't know, my boy. He's pushing almost 1,000 yards and has 7 touchdowns. He's their biggest offensive weapon
in the past game. In the past game, I think.
I mean, in the past game, are you sure about that? When they went out and signed a guy like Jacoby Myers, who's actually been doing pretty damn good since he became a part of the Jaguars?
I don't like that guy. He's a Raider fan, or he's a Raider ex-Raider.
Yeah, I know, but believe me, when you're the biggest,
he's a dog though.
He's a dog. Okay, he's a dog, but the Broncos know all about Jacoby Myers.
Most definitely. Surtain gonna have his hands full.
Yeah,
but you also got to watch out for Brian Thomas as well.
Yeah, but, I mean, he from what I could tell can't really take over a game.
Yeah,
they really. I think this is how Denver wins. They stop Travis Etienne, force Trevor Lawrence to throw the ball in predictable situations, and then you let the Orange Rush loose. That's how they win.
Like I said, truly, they're going to get vulnerable. They'll throw the ball to Travis, of course, but once the run game's not working with him, they stop giving him touches, and they give it to their backup running back. That's just the way I've seen it this year.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of backup running backs, do you know who their second leading rusher is on the team? Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, Trevor got some wheels.
Yeah, he got some wheels. He's over 300 yards, has 6 touchdowns, but he's fumbled the ball twice, so that might be a liability.
As long as it's not Phillip Rivers running the ball.
We'll touch on that on a different day. Okay, that was absolutely wild, but. Reek, what is your key to a Denver Broncos victory, and what is your X factor?
Pressure. Pressure is the key word, and the X factor player that should go off in this game is Nick Bonito.
Okay,
coming out party. He's proved himself this year, but people aren't giving him the respect he needs or he deserves. Sorry. But this is a perfect game to show that he's here.
Yeah. And my key to victory, I'm gonna say gap control on the defensive line. You stuff those running lanes. You put Trevor Lawrence in a passing situation, and you force him to prove why he's the number 1 pick. But not against this defense. You're not gonna do it.
Force him to throw the rock.
X factor. I'm gonna go 2 here. I'm gonna say DJ Jones and Zach Allen.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Game's won in the trenches.
Yes, sir, it is. That's the only way to win.
Yep. So now that we know how Denver could win, let me ask you, how could Denver lose?
Woo! I love the questions. A way Denver can lose the game is by not executing on offense. We got to get quarterback Bo Nix running. We got to get him throwing the ball. We have to execute all three levels of the game.
Yeah.
But most importantly, offense. We got to give Cortland Sutton, our favorite receiver, the ball. We got to give Troy Franklin, our other receiver, the ball. Let little Jordan Humphrey cook again, too.
Mm-hmm.
We got to execute our offense. We've been rolling. We got to keep rolling. Because it doesn't get easier after this. That's all I know.
Yeah. I think we lose if Sean Payton tries to get too fancy on offense and tries to do too much and puts our defense in bad positions. I think that could derail us.
Yes, we can't be too fancy on offense.
Mm.
We've seen it all year, especially the double pass play against the Raiders.
Yeah.
We can't get too fancy. We gotta stick to the basics.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Stick to basics and just get the fundamentals right before we try the fancy shit. What's your score prediction, man?
I got the Broncos winning 38-17.
Oh, Reed got a blowout.
38-17, blowout.
Reed got a blowout. Okay. I'm gonna quote the Broncos when I say this. I think it was Bo Nix that said it. Guess we like these one-score games. I'm gonna say
a win is a win.
A win is a win, but I'm gonna say the Broncos win 24-21. It's gonna be a close one.
Okay. We're just gonna have to see on Sunday. Everybody tune in.
Mm-hmm. Reek, before we head out of here, is there any place that these folks can find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram at reek.season with 2 N's on IG. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, I go by the name of Town. You can find me on all social medias except Truth Social, Twitter, and Blue Sky at town.5280. And you can follow Life in a Barrel on Instagram and TikTok at Life in a Barrel Pod. So we will definitely keep you guys updated with weekly episodes. And, go Broncos.
Show some love.
Show some love. Make sure you like and subscribe to that YouTube too, man. We're going to be here every week. I understand this is a new thing, but we're going to be consistent with it. We're going to make sure that we're here every week for y'all, even in the offseason, talking Broncos, keeping y'all up to date on everything going on in the world of Denver Broncos. So just make sure you come along for the ride. We got y'all. But till next time, catch y'all next time. Peace.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.